Good morning. Today is July 4th, 2026. Happy Independence Day to my fellow Americans. And I always remember this day as the birth date of my great aunt, Alma Simpkins, who partially raised me. She passed away in 2012. But this is always her day. All right. I'm probably still going to talk about this, talk about hair. I was going to let it grow and dye it. I've never dyed my hair before, but it's getting to that point where I'm thinking about it. I was going to let it grow and dye it. Instead, I got it cut again, and I'm just thinking about some of the other things I want to do with my appearance. First of all, I'd like to get a slight makeover where I could wear makeup when I'm dressed up. I don't wear makeup in a number of years. I'm not wearing any now. This video might have a slight little filter, but it won't be a big gigantic one. Nothing that you'll notice. Well, maybe you will notice. I don't know. The other thing, two things. These are kind of long-term goals, but you never know what might happen when you put these things out in the air when I say them. I would like to get integrated lens bifocals. You see I'm wearing old school bifocals. And the other big thing I'd like to get braces. Long ago, I decided I was going to get braces. I was in my 20s, and so I got my wisdom teeth removed. The Air Force generally bugs you to death about getting your wisdom teeth removed because they don't want you to have to miss any duty because of wisdom teeth problems. So when I decided to get braces, I said to the Air Force, hey, could you guys remove my wisdom teeth? And they did, so I got it done for free, obviously. But I never got braces, so you see my teeth are a little crooked. So, hey, why not? Those are the two things I would like to get done. All right, so I decided I was going to dedicate this one to another item of improvement that pretty much fell upon me through circumstance. In my apartment, my shower malfunctioned and wouldn't be fixed for days. So of course, I'm like, dude, I gotta wash my behind. So, of course, was the bathtub. Now, I, like most adults in the United States, took showers for years and years and years. I think the last time I had been in the bathtub was before I was 10 years old. And now that's a long time. So I was forced to take baths. And that was a few years ago. And guess what? I mostly now take baths unless I'm in a big hurry, because I have rediscovered how absolutely awesome baths are. Now, there are 4 items besides hot water, of course, that I require when bathing. Now, I'm going to tell you what I put in the water. And there's 3 items I put in the water. I'm going to tell you what I put in there. There's a 4th item that's absolutely essential. So, first of all, there's bubble bath. Now, my favorite at this point is Dr. Teal's. Be any aroma. This one just happens to be eucalyptus and spearmint. There's a lavender. There's a coconut one I don't really like, but soap is soap. Well, no, that's not true. Soap is not soap because I am allergic to a lot of this other stuff. Now, there are three other items I put in my um, bath water. There's there are three other items I put in my bath water. There's hydrogen peroxide, and what do you call those things? And my brain is just going, just stop. The crystals, the stuff that you soak your feet in. You know what I'm talking about, and it'll come back to me later on while I'm talking. So I'm just gonna keep talking. Anyway, with hydrogen peroxide, I sometimes replace that with white vinegar. And both of those are replacements for rubbing alcohol. Now, I used rubbing alcohol during the pandemic, but I discovered that they were giving me ear infections. The rubbing alcohol worked a little too well on the good bacteria inside my ear canal, and so I started getting ear infections. And which was interesting because I had never had an ear infection ever before in my life. I asked my mother. So there's bubble bath. There's whatever disinfectant you're going to use in your water, and then there's the crystals. You know what I'm talking? And it still has not come back to me. I know I'm going to have to look this up. And then there's an essential item, but you use it before you get into the bathtub. They are called baby wipes. And you use them on babies, and you use them on yourself in the same manner. You use those before you get in the bathtub, and that takes care of a lot of problems that you may be concerned with when you're in the bathtub. Okay, and that's my self-improvement item for the day. We covered a lot of things. My glasses, my teeth, my hair, and my ass. Have a wonderful Independence Day. God bless.